Namaste. Prakash here. Dharma Tales. Let's debate. Welcome to the next episode. Even if you are the greatest warrior of your time, the best on all fronts, whether you are a king, whether you are the person of the best of noble qualities when it comes to giving, even in terms of being the best archer and a warrior, how nature conjures up situations, how dharma works in favor of your opponent in spite of you having the best of everything just because you made one wrong choice. This concept is beautifully explained in the short story we are going to see about the life of one of the best warriors of Mahabharata, maybe the best, Karna, considered to be the eldest of Pandavas, though it was never known to the world till he died. He had been set up by nature and by dharma in one way or another right from beginning. It is said that when he was young, he wanted to be tutored by none other than Dronacharya. He was the Acharya of both Kauravas and Pandavas. But for whatever reason, Dronacharya ill-treated him, saying that you are from a lower caste, you are not a true Kshatriya, and all that, and threw him out literally. And that made Karna really angry and also made him really strongly resolved to go and seek what that he had to seek. At the time, one of the avatars, Parshuram, was still around. He had taken birth as a Brahmin and he had taken a vow that he will kill all Kshatriyas in the world, and that was the purpose of his birth. He went and took refuge under Parshuram. The only mistake he did at the time was that he hid that he is Karna and acted as if he was a Brahmin, knowing well that otherwise Parshuram wouldn't take him as his disciple. Parshuram was so happy with the work that Karna did for him that he gave him all his knowledge. But all this was being watched by Indra. And he knew what was going to happen. And in all probability, he knew that it will be finally a battle of Karna and Arjuna. And to protect his own son, Arjuna, what he did is he made a bee to go through the flesh in the thigh portion of Karna while Parshuram was taking rest on the lap of Karna. And Karna endured the pain very, very subtly without making a single noise, even because his guru was sleeping on his lap. And it is said that the bee literally drove through one side and came on the other side. In spite of the blood oozing out, he didn't make even one single small noise out of the pain that he was going through. And at that moment, Parshuram opens his eyes and then he sees the blood on the thigh of Karna. And immediately he understands what has happened, who Karna is. And then he gives him one of the first curses which sort of starts the downfall of Karna. He tells him that at the most appropriate time when you need it, you will forget the mantra behind all these astras that I've taught you and they'll become useless to you. And that's what happens to Karna on that fateful 17th day of the war. He keeps forgetting. He had much better arsenal, much better Divyastras than what Arjun had. Yet, at the most critical moment, he kept forgetting because of the curse and that was created by Lord Indra by the work that he did. The second one was pertaining to another of the curse that had to happen for Karna to die. This was again engineered by Lord Indra. Once Karna was driving his chariot and going, and being the king he is, he considered himself responsible for protecting the interest of all his subjects. As he was going on his way, he found that a lion was about to attack a calf, and that was just outside a poor Brahmin's family. And he takes, even without a single thought, he takes his arrow and kills that lion. But that lion is nothing but actually a cow which is about to give milk to its calf. And Lord Indra had played the trick in making that cow to appear as a lion. And by doing this, he made the Brahmin extremely angry with Karna. And that brings the second curse on Karna. The Brahmin curses Karna, saying that the way you killed my cow, which had no defense whatsoever, when you die, you will be completely defenseless and nobody will come to your protection at that moment of death. That's exactly what happens when Karna goes to the last day of the battle. His charioteer, Sallian, takes a walk and goes away based on some petty fight. And then, when his chariot is dragged backward by Arjuna, and when he is coming forward, when the wheel of the chariots gets stuck in the mud, nobody comes to his defense. There's nobody to help him, though he is actually the commander of the army that day. Because somehow his situation gets masked in the views of everyone else, and he is left to meet a death without anyone coming to his rescue. The third one is the ceiling, or the icing on the cake, as they say. Once Karna was going in his chariot, and his horses were making loud noises. And hearing the loud noises, there was a small girl standing on the roadside who had a bowl of ghee in her hand, which fell down. And that was the ghee that was supposed to feed that family that day. And when it fell down, immediately Karna apologizes, gets down from his chariot, and offers to get her another set of replacement ghee and all that. But that girl very clearly says, I don't want anything else. I don't want alms from you. I want my ghee back. And Karna doesn't know what to do. And because he's a very strong warrior, he is considered to be one of the best wrestlers as well, which is not a fact which is known to many. He gets down and then picks up the sand, the earth where the ghee had fallen, and he squeezes every drop of ghee out of the sand and the earth to such an extent that the power that he applies, that it hurts none other than the Lourdes earth herself. And then she comes out and then she curses him, saying that you don't understand the pain of Mother Earth, and you have created so much of pain to me today that when you really need that day, what will happen is that you will get stuck and I will not support you. And that is what happens on the 17th day of the Mahabharat war, when his chariot wheel gets stuck. And it so happens that the earth wantedly caves in and makes the wheel to be stuck, and is unable to move it an inch because Mother Earth doesn't support him at that most critical moment, in spite of him having donated bountifully for so many people and so many things. These are the three curses, other than so many other things which happened, which brings the downfall of the greatest of warriors of Mahabharata, considered to have all the noble qualities, but all that he made was a wrong choice of being on the side which was against Dharma. It's a beautiful story which gives tremendous amount of insights even in the current situation. In spite of us being the best of people, in spite of having the best of qualities, many times just because of one single wrong choice that we make in our life of being on the wrong side of Dharma, the price that we have to pay, the price our family has to pay, the price that all those who are connected with us have to pay is very huge. It's a beautiful set of learning that you are bound to get from this. Please go to the comment section below this video. Share all your insights on what you're learning from this story of Karna and his curses are. Share what are the dharmic equations that you understand, the questions that come up in your mind, and then please register those views below this video. Dharma Tales, let's debate. Till we meet again, this is Prakash signing.